Take two. Welcome back for part two, take two with Sammy. We're going to, so last episode we got through a lot of who Sammy is, where she grew up, what she does, who she is as a person, and we might have a bit of fun with this one and just talking about who Sammy is in her personal life. So like what do you do for fun, like what are your hobbies and all that sort of stuff. We'll get there. But first up, I've got your merch pack.
Oh, my merch.
So you get your little stubby cooler.
Groovy.
We're going to get better ones.
They're good.
Yeah, they're
Add
cool.
to our collection. I'll have to get
cool.
rid of a few because we're collecting way too many with all the housemates we have. We just collect these things. So I'll have to minimise it so that becomes the top of the pile.
We have a cup, which is, you can leave it in the box if you like, which is just same as this one here.
Thank you.
Snazzy little cup with my face on it. And then you get a shirt.
Good. I hope I got my big one so I can. Perfect. Nice and big.
Easy like a Sunday morning, just lazy day clothes.
Perfect.
So they're yours. Don't set them on fire.
Thank you.
Righto. So let's just jump into it. What is I suppose we'll ask the big question at the end about what makes you tick.
Okay.
That's
I have to think while we're talking.
So outside of work, outside of all the bullshit in your life, what do you do for you? What's fun for you? What's your hobbies? How do you relax? What's the go?
Oh, I spend a lot of time in my back garden. I would love to have a bit more balance in my life. I think I do focus a little bit too much on work sometimes. And I think my word for this year was balance. I wanted to have balance in my life. I think when you are pushing work, when it gets to the weekend, all you want to do is dissociate from work.
Yeah, 100%.
But a big thing that it does bring me a lot of joy is gardening. I loved, as I mentioned before, I had 100 plants in the house. So creating little environments which created peace for me and, ever evolving our house. We've been renting for 8 years, but it's a house that the landlord doesn't care about. So tinkering away and creating things like for our engagement party, we actually built a pergola because we were sick of putting up tarps. And because every time I seem to have a party, it seems to rain. So building and creating and changing the environment to enhance it to a space that I feel that I have created myself brings me a lot of peace.
Yeah.
So that's something I love doing, getting in there, seeing the transformation. And I think when you garden, you can see that instant transformation very quickly.
Yeah, 100%.
Once you clean out the garden, put new plants in.
And it's so good for your brain. Like it's
so good.
Like you can't really tell here, but I'm trying. I'm getting into it. Like
it's so much fun. And I think on the Northern Beaches, people always on, on Facebook or Marketplace will have up plants for free or, here's a couple of dollars to put away and immediately I'd be on it. I'd be like, I'm there. When I moved into this house, I, would sit out the front. My brother would be having a bender with his mates and I'd be up at 9 a.m. while they're still bendering, sitting out the back and I'm building retaining walls and gardening. I really enjoyed that stuff and, creating that space that I really enjoy. And I also, one of my biggest passions in my life is my dog. I have an American tricolor Staffy. And he's the love of my life, that dog. And giving him the best weekend brings me a lot of joy. So we do, go over to Church Point and Bayview where the sun is in the morning because we're on the hill at Newport, so we don't get the sun to the afternoon. So we look over the water and we see the sun over there. So that's where we immediately go. And my partner and I go for a morning walk and a coffee and take him, and he plays on the beach. He loves digging his sticks. So he just does that for ages. You can just sit there and watch him have pure joy.
Yeah.
So that's something that I really love, and that grounds me on the weekend, giving him that joy because I feel during the week, I get up in the morning, take him for a walk, and in the afternoon we will, if we're not bothered, we do interactive games. But on the weekend, I want him to live his best life, which makes me feel like I'm living my best life.
Yeah.
I love socializing. I love socializing with activities. So we tend to have like game nights at our house. We love having people over for game nights. At the moment, our game of choice is Catan. I love collecting all the resources. It just feels, I don't know, it feels productive.
What is that? What is it?
It's a resource game. So you put it out and all the there's like these tiles that go into a board game setting and you put them all down and there's, you have brick, sheep, hay and wood.
Okay.
And then you have to collect a certain amount of those resources to build like a little settlement, a city, a road.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And then the competitive side behind it is to collect 10 points. So I don't know, I like the hustle of it. So when you're playing it, you trade with people, you collect your resource guard and it just creates a lot of fun and interest. And I love also the game Codenames. Have you played that one before?
No, I don't play many games.
Oh, I love games. We play so many card games, but Codenames is where you have 5 rows along and up and they're different words, random words. So you might have like octopus, spaceship, tree.
Yeah.
And you have all these different words and like Atlantis and you've got to try and you get like a little grid you get like a grid where it shows you where your cards need to sit.
Okay.
And you have like 6 placements you have to get to.
Okay.
And all the words are random. And it's randomized every time. So you've got to try and associate words that don't link at all, but link them with one word.
Oh, shit.
And then the other person has to guess the word.
Yeah.
And there's one word that you can't get that's like the black word that kills the game. And pretty much the aim of the game is to beat the other person to put all your cards down.
Right.
So it's really fun and
cool.
it's new. It's fun bringing new people into it because they really struggle. Once you get the go of the game, you get pretty good at it. But new people struggle and it's always a good laugh.
It's yeah.
But yeah, we play a lot of card games. We entertain a lot. We have friends over all the time. My house is like lit up with fairy lights. I used to have candles. We've learnt our lesson that candles aren't the best because we've had someone knock that over and set something alight. So
oh dear.
So now we just have those beautiful LED lights, and you just turn them off with a remote.
Yeah.
So I have so many of them now, and just everywhere. So I don't like turning on your standard light above you. No down lights.
No. Just
Don't like that. I like accent.
all of your
Yeah.
like, feature lighting.
Yeah,
and that
feature
sort of
lighting,
stuff.
accent lighting is how mood lighting is my go-to. So
that's
definitely
cool.
socializing. And I think while doing that, you're also creating an energy and a space that's really nice for other people to come into. So that gives me a
100%.
lot of peace, cleaning up my space. Oh, sorry about that. Cleaning up my space and, showcasing the energy I want to create in my environment brings me a lot of joy on the weekend.
Yeah, cool.
So we normally clean the whole yard up, clean the house,
Yeah.
put some diffusers on, light some candles in a safe location, then put all my fake ones on, fairy lights on, and we're good to go.
Yeah, no, that's cool. No, there's nothing better than that happy environment with people with the same, want to do the same thing and just chill, have a good time. And it's good that they can come to your house and do that. That's awesome. We had a game. Speaking of games, I think it was called What's That Color? Just I was playing in games. But this thing seems so hard to do. It's the size of the table, this board game, and you have to. It's literally what it is. Guess the color, and you have to explain. You got a card in your hand, and you have to explain the color, and you get a pin, and you got to put it somewhere on this color board. Oh. And I thought it would be so friggin' hard, because this board is massive,
Right.
and we were getting off the bat, we were getting within 2 or 3 shades of this color.
Oh,
the
pretty
way
impressive.
you sit there and say, I'm thinking of Jeff Wiggle, but not quite that, halfway there, but Barney, and you'd freaking get it. And you're like, that's so close with the description you just gave me is ridiculous. And we're getting close. It's good fun. Sailing. You're a bit with boats and that. You know how to sail?
I do. I haven't done it in a long time. I used to, when I was younger, we had a little I think, actually I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, a little boat with a sail. And I joined sailing club when I was younger, living near the water.
Yeah.
Did that a lot. And then my dad started doing Thursday night sailing on an 11-meter yacht. And he's quite a funny yacht. He had it custom made himself. He had a wrap around the bottom of the hull, and it was a beautiful blonde mermaid, topless mermaid, and her tail morphed into the whole back that turned into this scale print that wrapped around.
Okay.
So it was pretty groovy.
Yeah, cool.
Really beautiful boat. So I'd go sailing with Dad on Thursdays. The other younger kids were a bit too scared
Yeah.
because it did get hectic. You know, this 11 meter, if the wind was strong, you're like sitting like this and holding on for your dear life.
Right, okay.
But I loved it. It was exhilarating. I was always a dad's girl. So
Yeah.
for me, it was pretty fun activity on a Thursday to go sailing. And then a lot of my friends do own like speedboats that we'd take out in Pittwater. We grew up going to a holiday place on a ski park as well, which my step family own.
Yeah, okay.
And we would go water skiing. I wasn't the best at it. They were brought up doing it from a young age, so they're phenomenal
freaks.
at it, and they've done it their whole way through. When the parents divorced, we stopped going there as much, but we do go there every now and then with them because they're our friends. And so I always got brought up around boats.
Yeah, that's cool. So I only learnt that about you last time when we were in Sydney. That you did sailing. I was like, that's so freaking cool.
Yeah,
man.
I love being on the water. I love boats, and I love the freedom it gives you. And it's just, I don't know, it's so much fun. I know it's a lot of privilege being brought up, but when you're in that environment, you know,
it's pretty standard.
You know,
stuff,
like yours is riding utes and shooting guns. Mine's like going out a boat.
It's so terrifying for me, the ocean. Like I'm terrified of that water.
Yeah, I really have never really been too terrified of it. I mean, when you grow up around it, you're smart about it. You're like, you know that's a rip. You know that's too strong for you to jump into.
Correct. Yeah.
You stay in the safe zones.
To me, it's all just water.
Yeah.
It's just.
I mean, you do freak out sometimes when you hear like there's been sightings of sharks. You're like, I might not jump in the water today.
Yeah. This is true. All right, so that's what else have you got? You like your gardening. You did the sailing. That's what you do for fun.
I'd like to get back into a bit more creativity. I think I've lost that art. When I was a kid, I despise technology, but God, I'm addicted to it sometimes. I know I'm not shocking compared to other people.
Oh right, yeah.
But I just want it gone, so people actually have to force themselves to do other things.
It's so good.
Like I've been here this whole weekend, and I think I've touched my phone 3 times.
Yeah.
It's amazing because
I love vegging out with the technology and just doom scrolling and.
See, I don't. I find it so boring. But my partner loves technology, and I think growing up we weren't really allowed it. Like we were allowed half an hour of TV a night.
Yeah, right.
And then the rest of the time you're outside, you're doing things. So like I would just be pottering in my room and I'd be sketching. I love drawing, painting, creating. And I think that's stopped because you just have all these other things that are just so much more convenient. They don't require any concentration or setup. You just kind of sit there.
Yeah,
you watch other people do things. And every time I go, I feel guilty. I want to be creating. And I think drawing and stuff comes from repetition. You start to get into a good routine. So that's something I want to bring back into my life. And as I mentioned before, balance. So I want to be able to make time for things like that. I enjoy collecting bits and bobs, going to op shops, as I mentioned, and buyback center. I love that. Love finding something we can bring back to life and create. Yeah, just anything creative I really enjoy.
Right.
I love going to the beach and making sandcastles. I think it's been really fun here being around kids. I love being around children. I think they just bring out this inquisitive side of any adult. It just brings that spark back into your life, and little things are just more enjoyable because they're enjoyable.
Well, that's the one thing that I always live by is never stop playing.
Yeah,
don't ever
love
stop playing.
Yeah,
when you stop playing, your life is miserable. Or do what you can.
I wrestle all the time. My partner, wrestle my dog, wrestle him, and I've always grown up like that with having a younger brother who was always really strong. Like we'd wrestle so much. And then my first long time relationship, he was into MMA, so I learned from a young, learned with him how to wrestle effectively.
Doing it properly. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, it's anything it's building a sandcastle, it's wrestling, it's jumping on the trampoline, it's riding push bikes, even though you probably shouldn't be on a kid's push bike, right? It's all good fun. All right, before the last thing, let's get into how, because me and Marko spoke about it. Marko and I spoke about it. How you met Marko.
Yeah.
How all that unfolded from your perspective.
Oh God, that man was very lucky. His first time on a dating website done. For me, I went from a pretty big breakup. I went from being with the guy for 6.5 years to jumping straight into another 1.5 year relationship.
Okay.
And so during that time, after that, it was like very lost. And I lost my best friend at the time. We're friends now, but we had a big friendship falling out. No fault of mine, but it was, I feel like, and then my grandmother passed away. So it was like 3 big people in my life.
Yeah, okay.
Or 3 big like the idea of a
3 big
relationship, a
things
friendship,
happening. Yeah,
and a grandparent all just disappearing in one short period of time. They were big formative years after that for me.
Yeah.
And looking for who I was without the people I had to care for. Because my grandmother, every weekend was pretty much taking her to appointments, caring for her. My best friend was someone I also really cared for, and then being in a relationship, you have to focus on them all the time.
Yeah, so there's 3 major players that are just gone out of your existence.
Yeah, and it was a struggle, and then COVID hit. And you had to, I think I was very lucky for living with housemates at that time because it kept my socialization alive.
Yeah, you still had someone to talk to. And you could still...
and I'm a creative creature. If I'm left alone for too long, I generally lose energy rather than regain.
Yeah.
I do need my downtime, but I'm also really good at being in downtime with someone I feel safe and secure with. And you've just lost 3 people that you feel the most secure and safest to just to be around. So I had to learn to be on my own. And then when I dated quite a lot, never really found anyone I really enjoyed. Every time I dated, I wanted to really do the whole one night stand or quick flings, and I never managed to do that. I either met someone, didn't like him, moved on, and disagreed that we both weren't really into each other because I think it was quite mutual with me. I think I give off big friend vibes when you're around me. If I not into you, I'm purely a friend. And then the guys that I liked a bit but not enough to be in a relationship with, we just casually dated, and that was more around, did we enjoy hanging out? Like one guy, this Brazilian guy I dated for a while, he owned a boat and lived on it, and that for me was so exciting because it was, I was getting to enjoy hanging out with him and being around someone that you can, do all the fun things with, but 100%. Also then do sailing, disappear and go stay at night at a bay, and that was really fun for me. But I was trying to find my person because I loved putting I love putting energy into someone that I really care about and forming a future with them. I was really excited to find that person, but then I got to a point where I was just a bit, I don't know, I was dated out. I think I went on about 20 dates or something over the 2 years. They were from like a quick coffee date or a walk or a drink and a dinner. I mean, I think I only had 1 dinner date because I didn't have the patience if I didn't like him. So I made I made a routine now that a second date was dinner date. It's too long to sit with someone you're not enjoying.
The first one's got to be coffee, man.
I'm
giving you. If you're not clicking, you're just like, well.
I'm giving you too much of my time. Like, God, my dog needs me. I better run.
I've actually got to go now. Thanks for catching up.
Yeah. And so then when I went to agree to go on a date with Marko, I think it was, the period of COVID where you were allowed to only associate with one person.
Okay. That's fucking wild.
Well, associate with one person outside your household. I was really lucky at the time. I had 3 guys living with me that 2 of them had girlfriends at the time, and then me and the older one that was the same age as me, we didn't. And then I went on a date with Marko with no expectation. I think I matched with him. We chatted for a while, and when it got to the date, I was like, I really like talking to this guy, but I got into a point where I was just like, I'm quite happy being on my own, which was quite nice.
Yeah.
So when
100%.
I met him, I don't know if he told you the full story, but because we weren't allowed to go to each other's houses or go out, we actually just went for a walk on Newport Beach, and we ended up sitting on a park bench just a little bit further, looking over the water at night. And it was a day you don't give a new person your weekend time. You give them your weekday time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We ended up sitting there for 4 hours actually chatting. And
Yeah.
And then I think, people tell you got to play it, cool, but we didn't. The minute I got home, I was like, home safe. And then the next day we saw each other. The next day after that we saw each other, and we've seen each other pretty much every day unless he's been away for work. From then on in. And I think I found him exciting because he is an international and his world's so different to mine. And I think being an inquisitive
100%.
person, that made it really interesting to learn his ins and outs.
Yeah.
And, I got to show him, because he was new to the Northern Beaches, everything I loved about it.
Yeah, cool.
Which was really cool. I got to play like a bit of a, tourist attraction. So we because it was COVID, we allowed a 5 meter radius, and God, where we live, we were so lucky.
Yeah.
We can go up to the national park.
There's so much
We
closer.
can go out on the water.
Yeah,
We can go to all the beaches. Took him to every headland walk I knew. We just got to do all those things so slow because he didn't have any work because water polo had obviously stopped.
Yeah, it would have shut down.
I was still working, so it was more around my routine. It was so nice to have someone you're excited to show. So I actually had to wait for 3 days before I was allowed to bring him home because the housemates were like, you got to make sure you're so sure about this guy until he's allowed in the house.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, like I met him, my oldest housemate found his girlfriend.
Yeah.
So it was really lucky the 4 of us that lived in the house.
Okay.
We had all partners.
It was cool.
So we literally had 8 people that pretty much moved into one house.
Yeah.
Where everyone else was really isolated. And I feel so sad for the people that just didn't have anyone.
It was such a time.
Yeah, but for me it was so much fun.
Yeah.
The world got smaller, but we got more quality.
Yeah, right.
Rather than quantity of everything, racing around, going places. We just knew every weekend we had to come up with something fun to do within our means in the house.
Yeah.
We'd go out for picnics on the beach all together because we were allowed to associate with each other because we lived with each other.
Together,
So we pretty much had a gathering every time.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
And we came up with fun things. We would do like wine tasting at home and have game nights and create little routines for us to do as a household, make big breakfasts together. And it was really nice to bring Marko into that environment as well and get to know him with all these other people and see how we all associate in a house. And
yeah, well, that's right. Everyone's got to it's good to have other people around when you're also learning about a person because they can pick up things you miss.
Exactly. And you can also see how they interact with the other people.
Right. That
it was really nice. Marko's a wonderful human and he has so many qualities. He comes from such a beautiful upbringing of just so different to me. Like it had so much less, but he feels like he has so much.
Yeah.
And he's so many lessons from the sport he's done and the environment he was brought up into and moving around and like coming to Australia. His first time on a plane was from Serbia to Australia, which is nuts. Like I've never been on a plane before, and he didn't even Google Sydney. He didn't even know where he was coming.
He just got on and went, and it was just like, let's go.
I know, and I find that so brave, but also so ignorant of him.
He's very lucky it was Australia.
Yeah.
He's very lucky that it wasn't like, oh my goodness.
And he was only meant to come here to like see what it was about, do a bit of study and then head home. And then we met, and I think everyone was a bit nervous because Marko's someone who falls hard into love and then falls out of it very quickly because it all just blows up in his face. So with me, he was like, he's like in his brain, he's going, we'll take it slow.
Yeah.
And when I met him, and because I dated so much before, I was like, I'm holding this guy down. So literally 1 month after we met, I took him to Bigola Beach. We sat and watched the sunrise. And I was so nervous. I never asked a boy out in my life. And I just wanted to know we'll go in the right direction. And I'm sitting there and I'm all shy. And I was like, do you want to be my boyfriend?
That is fucking disgusting.
I know, it's so gross. He's like, what did you say? I was like, do you want to be my boyfriend?
It's so cute. And you would have been fucking anxious as shit sitting there.
I was so anxious, but I was like, I really like this guy. I'm sick of just running around town. I don't know. I felt something different. I tell Marko all the time and people that I meet that the minute I met Marko, when you meet people, when you're very open to their energy. When I first met Marko, he just embraced me with a hug.
Yeah.
I said from the minute I hugged you, I was like, this is it. This is it. I just knew.
And you can tell.
He said it was like a month or something after that. But I'm way more open to it. I was more invested in knowing what I was searching for. I had a tick list that I wanted to tick off. That's not accomplishments or anything, but it was about is someone open to learning and growing, and someone inquisitive about the world.
They're less about who they are and what they're willing to what are they going to bend, what aren't they going to bend.
Yeah, and will they challenge me in life? And Marko's quite a strong personality, and I need someone with a strong personality. It's boring kind of pushing someone who won't push you back.
That's right. Yeah. You feel like a boss, not a partner.
Yes, I wanted a partnership. I wanted to elevate with someone, and Mark and I have been on that journey together for over 4 years now, and it's going pretty damn well.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. You can tell just by being around you guys and standing around you guys. You just know that the love there is different. It's proper. Yeah. It's good. You both vibe off each other so hard, and you feed each other what you need to be perfect around each other, and it's such a good thing to see. I've
really learned communication is massive, even when it's hard to communicate even if you don't even know what you're going to say is necessarily correct, I just like that we're able to hold space for each other to either talk it out and get to the place where you're going, I have these feelings, I don't know where they're coming from, but can you help me sit with it, or can you help me understand, or, you know, this is where I want to go. And I think Marko has really grown being with me, but I've also really grown because he holds a lot of space for me. And as I mentioned in the earlier podcast, I had a lot of back issues and I haven't had them since I've been with Marko because he holds space for me. Like, it's so weird. I'm quite an emotional being, but I'm not very good at showing it to people, and I'm not good at crying on my own. And
that's just what you've obviously what you've grown up to be.
Yeah, I've just learned to keep it to myself and shut it down and not sit with it. So with Marko, I go, I feel it in my body. Can you just come and sit with me? And he does leg stretches, and I just go, oh my God, I feel it in my chest. Can you put your hand there? Because I'm so vulnerable and comfortable with him now. Yeah. If I'm in that safe space, boom, I'll just start crying and releasing it. And then we call it energy hug time. I just need my energy hug. And I find it really therapeutic because I do think, you know, I do go into overwhelm because I just want to get things done, and you just don't sit with it. So having someone you can go, can you just sit with me?
Yeah, and be vulnerable
amazing.
And just release that is something that you're very, very lucky to have that with anyone.
And especially with me, the minute I wake up, my brain's been working 100 miles an hour and I'm and he will sit there, he's not a morning person. He's up and he's moving, but he's not awake. But he will always give me the time just to let me talk it out. He never tells me to shut up. He never tells me what you're talking about is nonsense. I'm one of those silly girls that goes into my dreams and I'll chat GPT. What did it mean? I'm like, oh my God, I'm expressing this emotion in my dream, because I don't wake up and go, oh my God, you cheated on me. I'll go, what did that mean? And I'll go, oh, Marko, I'm I think I'm harvesting these feelings, you know, not necessarily about cheating. When you dream about someone or you dream something, it's never about that thing. It's always a feeling or something you've experienced that day, or
something's happening inside you chemically or
and I just want someone to chat with me, not feel silly about what I'm about to say, but just help me get to a point.
Yeah, why is my body fucking doing this while I'm asleep? What am I thinking? What's happening here? What are we doing?
And that man's got so much patience for me. Not for a lot of other people, but for me, yes.
Yeah.
So good. Much patience. And I think that's what the foundation of our relationship really works, because there's just so much love and trust that you just know that we've got each other's back. No matter what comes out of your mouth or what behavior you do, you just go, well, let's work it out. Let's work it out together and hold that for each other.
Yeah, nutting it out together is the best thing ever.
He never finds, you know, I'm a very affectionate person as well. Jess, Corey's partner asked me if I was overwhelmed this weekend because the kids have literally been leeches on me. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm in my heaven. Yeah. Because I'm like that. And Marko is the first guy that I've been with who never made me feel like I was being too much with my affection. Yeah, okay. He likes being tickled on the neck while we're driving. He likes holding my hand wherever we walk. He doesn't mind if I just run and jump and lie on top of him on the couch and just in his face. And I think for the first time in my life, I don't think I'm getting a lot of these issues because I'm able to genuinely be the child inside me that I wasn't allowed to be for a long time.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
And I'm kind of reverting. I'm becoming younger and younger the older I get. More playful, more out there. And
that's so good, but to be at our age and to be able to, I can do it with Jess, but we don't really do it as much, but to be a child around your significant other is the fucking coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, I'm just a baby.
Yeah, just doing pick me up.
Yeah, I want to cuddle. I'm like, I don't want to be on the world right now. Can I come up and we call that the koala hug. I go up for a big cuddle and he sways me side to side and I'm like, God, I wish I was a baby.
Oh dear. Yeah, no, it's great. Me and Jess don't do it as much as we probably should. I get friggin' I get annoyed. She'll come up to me and be like, and I'm like, Then we'll just.
I can literally just make a sound of Marko knows. I just go, Yeah. And he knows to come kiss every side of my face and give me a snuggle. I'm like, perfect. I feel happy and complete now.
Oh dear. Very good. All right, let's dig into it. Let's hit it. Let's get the big question done. Okay. So we can wrap it up and we can get you home because you guys are
get on the road.
Home. Holy demon.
Lovely 6-hour drive home.
Yeah. Well, it shouldn't be.
No, but we'll go the way you tell us
go
to this time. The maps took us on a long journey on the way here.
Following maps is
Every
wild.
map said it. Like every map said, 6 hours. It was 3 different directions and they all said 6. So you better tell us a shortcut.
It's about, but you guys are different. Jess and I say we do it in 4.5 because when Jess and I are driving, she's used to me now. We don't stop. I say, eat now. You get a toilet break halfway, and then when we get there, that's us. So we're just the whole way through.
We normally do that. If we don't have Bailey, with Bailey,
Yeah.
he's really good. God, he sleeps through the whole thing most of the time. But then eventually he gets up and starts sniffing, and we're like, all right, we'll let you out to meet the cows or meet the horses.
Yeah.
We only stopped twice on the way here for about 3 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll draw you a map.
Yeah. Old school map.
It won't be one you can take. It'll be just in the driveway in the dirt.
Yeah. Take a photo.
Yeah.
I don't have a very good memory, so I better take a photo.
Oh, dear. All right. What is it? What makes you tick? What gets you out of bed in the morning? What deep down, what's your drive? I think we've already said it.
Yeah. Well, I think in a nutshell, my drive is, I think my original. So as I said before, I'm a big thinker of like what I want for myself. And I think when you grow up, you want this, that, and the other. But the older I've gotten, I want to associate what I want with, a sense of being.
Yeah.
Before it used to be freedom and happiness. And I realized with happiness comes sadness. So I don't necessarily want happiness.
Yeah, you can't have happiness.
No,
without
I don't want
sadness,
happiness.
so.
What I want is peace. That's what gets me up in the morning. Finding things in life that create joy for me, that give me a sense of peace. That's what makes me tick. It's like, and I think where I find that the most is in relationships.
Yeah.
My partner, Marko is given me so much purpose to this world. And I think you can find that in anyone, even in my siblings, my parents. Finding peace in our relationship is one of the most important things. And I think when you're younger and you don't have a lot of that, it's the one thing you really want to work on when you get older. Because at the end of the day, if everything disappears, what gives you the most joy? And for me, it's the people in my life.
It's the stuff you can have in here and in here that no one can take that.
And like, I feel like I just feel, I know everyone feels, but I feel like I feel so much. So, those feelings get really big. So if I find peace in my relationships, I find peace everywhere.
Yeah.
Because even when I'm stressed at work, I go, well, in 12 hours time, big one of mine recently has been, will I care about this in 3 months time?
Okay.
And if I don't, then it's not worth stressing about.
Yeah.
I'll get through it. And every time I do, I get through it, and I've gotten really good at controlling my stress levels and my anxiety and of wanting to get things done, be perfect for everyone else around me. But just going, it's okay. Next, I have the capacity. I have more belief in myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's what makes me tick, finding that peace in myself and in my brain. Oh, my God, finding peace in my brain. Like, when I asked Marko about his brain, I'm like, what's going on up there? He's like, nothing. I'm like, God, that sounds nice. I'm like, can I go in yours? And you go in mine. I'm not going in yours. Working with a really active brain, I think I've learned to really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I think it makes me a pretty incredible person because I'm able to analyze things and be with myself and think, switch it on, but I've got to learn how to switch it off. So finding peace within myself, peace within my relationships and in my environment. And I have the capacity now as an adult to create that for myself. Every year I grow older, the more I love myself.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Which is a really nice place to be.
That's
cool. I didn't love myself for a very long time.
Yeah. That is a fucking amazing thing to have, because a lot of people, sometimes myself included, like, you're like, man, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're being a dickhead right now. Fix your shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I try and practice, saying I love myself more now, and I'm way more comfortable. Before, it used to make me feel disgusting.
Yeah,
it's like, cringe. I'm like, ugh. But now I'm comfortable with it. I go and I always go as well, who would I clone myself? And if I want to clone myself, I think I'm doing a pretty damn good job, and I wouldn't mind cloning myself.
Oh yeah, I'd love a best mate that's me.
Yeah,
if I could double me, I'd be so happy.
Me too, and I think that's a great place to be. If you can clone yourself and you'd be happy with that person, then that's a really good place to be.
Yeah.
So I think that's what makes me tick.
Yeah.
Finding peace in every aspect of my life is so important to me.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. That's a good one. I like it.
Thank you.
All right. Is there anything else you want to? Is there nothing
No,
else you want to?
think
While you're on the camera and the microphone, you can.
I think I've done pretty good with all this looking at me.
Yeah. It can be daunting, but
It is a bit daunting.
It's fun and it's easy to talk. I love talking.
Yeah, me too. I don't mind a chat.
And thank you for coming on because
thank you for having me.
It stretches my legs and I get to practice speaking to different people and not that I really need to practice and sort, but I'd like how to react different and like different guests. So it's good. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been
Thank
great.
you, darling.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No worries, anytime. All right, guys, that's it. That's the end of part 2 and we'll see you next week.